In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to convert your videos into podcasts using Audacity, and basically it's just showing you the settings you need to adjust to boost the audio levels in Audacity so that you can have a good sounding podcast. And the reason why you might want to learn this is if you are considering repurposing your content, and instead of, you might be too busy to create different pieces of or separate pieces of content for each platform, and you might be looking into turning your YouTube videos into a podcast and or posting them on podcast platforms as well, so that your audience could enjoy them, or so that people can find you through these podcast platforms as well, depending on the type of content you are making, if it is suitable for a podcast. So let's just get into it. I'm Ash. I help busy people produce content, and if you're new for the first time, welcome to the channel. Let's edit a video, or let's turn a video into a podcast. So I'll just select one of my YouTube videos that I've made and I've published on the channel. So this is one about newsletters, and I feel the topic is okay enough. It's something that would work well for as a podcast episode. And so it's just simply to drag and drop it into Audacity, and Audacity converts it automatically into audio. And from there, I'll just make some adjustments to the audio so that it sounds better, and I can upload that on any podcast platform. And this is how I do it for the clients I've been able to edit their podcasts, or I've been able to turn their videos into podcasts using the same method. So you can do this, and it's very easy. Just import the video, and then I'll show you the next steps. Now we wait. So this is the file. This is what it sounds like without me doing anything. This is the original file. Let's talk about newsletters, specifically newsletters for like photographers. Basically, I actually just do 5 different things, all from the effects tab. And so the first thing is to select the clip, go to effects, and the first thing I do is the compressor. I add a compressor to it. I really do not change any of the settings. I just apply this, and I've been using this method for years now, so I don't really change anything. I just apply it and work with it that way. Yes, and after applying the compressor, you can see what the audio file looks like. Specifically newsletters for like photographers, and to be more specific, and this is what it sounds like. It has more volume, it has more depth kind of to it, but then there's a little problem. Although you can hear that the background noise has also been amplified, so at some point I will need to take care of that as well. But after adding the compressor, the next thing I do is I add a graphic EQ. I actually do this 2 times. So the first one, I use the presets, and on that factory preset, I add a bass boost, and I'll apply that. If you notice, the whole clip is still selected. So after adding the bass boost, I'm just going to deselect this for a minute so that you can see what it looks like. But now select it back. So ordinarily you don't need to deselect and select it back. I'm just showing you how that is, in case I wasn't really clear on how to select it in the beginning. And then you go back to effects, back to graphic EQ. This time on that preset, I'm going to be adding a treble boost, and I'll apply that. Now, because of how the audio file is, you can see that it's getting to the edge, and it's kind of like clipping because it gets too loud in some places. And the next thing to apply would be a limiter, which is what we would use to just bring it down a bit. Same thing here, add limits. I do not adjust any of this. So if add limit is not selected in your limiter settings, just select it to add limits. You can leave this the way it is and apply it. Now, because of what I talked about earlier on, which is the background noise, amplifying this audio file has also amplified every bad thing about it. So originally it was probably okay to use that way and you could listen to it, but it wasn't loud enough. and it also means the background noise wasn't that, audible. But now that we've amplified the audio, it also amplifies the background noise, and you can see how loud it will be now. That's what the background noise sounds like. So all I have to do is select this part of the clip, go to effects, go to noise reduction, and click on get noise profile. So what this does is it samples that part, it takes that part, and now I'm going to select the entire clip, go back to noise reduction, and click on OK this time around. So the noise reduction is already set to 12 decibels, and all of these settings are already there. So using the noise profile we got from just that part of the video the first time, this time around we just click on OK, and it applies the noise reduction. But now we have this, and the final thing I do for each podcast episode is to normalize it. So I usually leave it at -5. You could increase or decrease this depending on how loud it sounds, and how loud you want it to sound, basically. But I found that -5 tends to be like a safe space, or a safe number, or a safe level rather, and that's what I just use. I don't think I've selected this, so I would select the entire clip, then go to normalize and apply that. Yes, and this is what the final version sounds like. About newsletters, specifically newsletters for like photographers, and to be more specific, Substack for photographers. So if you don't know, Substack platform changes. Take Instagram for instance. For the longest time it was a photo platform, it was a photocentric platform, and photographers loved it. We were all there. So you can see that it automatically sounds richer, it sounds like it was recorded in a studio, it sounds well produced, and this is just adding a bunch of effects here in Audacity. And now I can go ahead and export the audio as an MP3 file, and once that is done, upload it to Spotify or whatever podcast platform you use. But basically the steps are the same, and that's how I edit my clients' podcast episodes when I'm repurposing their content for them from their videos. So if you enjoyed watching this, I would ask you to please watch another video that interests you from the channel. And if you are interested in having someone work on your content as well, maybe you're looking into outsourcing a part of your content creation process, there's a link in the description of the video. Please click on it and we can schedule a 15-minute call to talk about how I can help you. Thank you, and see you in the next video. Bye.